Hello everybody, Mobius1 here, bringing you an important Star Wars Galaxies emulator update, and honestly, I'm sorry I couldn't get this out any sooner than I am. Over the past couple of weeks, quite a large number of forum threads popped up on the forums discussing, would Galaxies or would the project see a return in players if we had wipe or a fresh server, and what kind of changes we would expect, post 1.0 and stuff like that. And honestly, these types of threads have popped up over the years. They're nothing new. For whatever reason, one of the polls attracted a little bit of staff attention and sparked a little bit of a deeper discussion than I think most of them in the past have. And normally in a video like this, I'd be showing you, text and example posts from those threads right now in the video. But honestly, the conversation got spread out between like 4 or 5 different threads. So instead of showing any of it, I'm just going to put all the links to every thread in the video description down below. So if you want to go read it yourself, feel free. It's probably going to take you like an hour and a half to read everything that's been said. But the bottom line is the staff want to get an opinion from you guys, the players, specifically the people who are still signing in and playing the game, not just, browsing and trolling the forums, because I think less than 10% of the player base actually logs in and checks the forums regularly. So what the devs have gone and done is added an in-game survey that pops up whenever you sign into Basilisk. Now actually, I signed on to TC Prime to record this intro because I didn't expect this to pop up here. So I'm pretty sure I could just answer here, but what I'm going to do to make sure this is legitimate is close that out, which, by the way, I did close it out earlier before I started recording, and it popped back up. So they really, really do want everybody's opinion. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to hop over to Basilisk, and I'm going to answer it there. Not that I don't think it makes a difference, but just to be sure. Okay, so we're loading onto the Basilisk server now. Let's see. I think as soon as we load in, we should get that pop up. And I just want to make sure that everybody sees me do it. Yeah, okay, there we go. So we signed in. Here we go. We get the pop-up right here. Let's see. I know my resolution is super high, so you guys probably can't read this. I'll read it out loud. It says, launching new playtest server. So I'm going to read this, and then I'll explain a little bit about what's going on. The actual in-game thing here says, would you play on a fresh official SWGEmu server that stays up to date with the latest code on a weekly release cycle, or would you remain playing on Basilisk? This new server would update and reboot each Tuesday morning, and like Basilisk, it will be wiped when we complete the pre-CU 14.1 project milestone. Would you play on the new server, or remain playing on Basilisk? And then you have several options. I'd only play on Basilisk. Not sure what I'd do. Don't care. I'd play on Basilisk and the new server, or I'd play only on the new server. So again, there's been a lot of discussion. Bottom line, the staff is considering. It's not set in stone, obviously, and I don't even know that the community response is even going to dictate their decision. I'm sure it's just going to influence their decision. But as of now, the staff is considering putting together and launching a new test server. Similar, I would say it's kind of a crossbreed between what Basilisk and what the TC Nova server currently are. So Basilisk obviously is a test server, but some would argue it's a play server based on how long it's been running and without wipe and all that stuff. But it is a test server. But the TC Nova obviously is a test server because they have the blue frogs. The code is where they test all the unstable stuff before pushing it over to Basilisk. So this new server would not have blue frogs. We've had that confirmed already by the staff. So it would be like Basilisk in the sense of progression. However, it would be like Nova in the sense that every week, any sort of changes that the staff have made or the coders have made to the game would be present on this new server. That could be both good or bad. It's not necessarily guaranteed that new code will work properly. So we could see some bugs on there that might not pop up on the Basilisk server. But the benefit of this is so many people have said that a fresh start would bring players back to the game. I'm sure many of you are aware that the current population of the Basilisk server has been kind of low lately. So I think what they're considering is the opportunity to bring people back, and with this weekly release cycle, have these returning players actively testing what little is left to push us that final mile or whatever we need to get to that 14.1 milestone. So I'm going to go ahead and answer this. Honestly, I haven't really played on Basilisk in over a year. It's got to be pushing 2 years now. So I'm going to go ahead and just say that I'd play only on the new server. There you go. That's my response. I don't want to sign off of Basilisk completely and be like, I'm never playing here again. But given the option of a fresh server or continuing to play on Basilisk, I would 100% want to be playing on the fresh server. If they decide to not launch this new server, then of course I'm not going to quit Basilisk or anything like that. But I would absolutely prefer to play on a fresh one. There's pros and cons to both. I'm not going to go over all of them in this video because I'm trying to get this video out as quickly as possible, because this survey is only available until this Saturday. Let's say the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. I think it's the 11th at midnight. So you have to get in game. I know there are people that have already reinstalled the game just to sign in and vote on this poll. They are not going to be using the poll on the forums. They're literally, again, I don't know if they're letting it influence their decision or what, but I know what they really want to do is get people's opinions from in-game. So if you haven't signed in, if you uninstalled the game, please reinstall it. Just sign in once. It takes you probably 5 minutes to install this on a modern day PC. Vote on the poll. Let them know if whatever you want to do. And we'll see where this goes. It's interesting. I'm definitely keeping an eye on this and sharing my opinion a little bit with the devs. This server will also, obviously, if this server does go live, they will not be deviating from their 14.1 mindset, their goal or whatever initially. But I do believe that given time, this new server, theoretical new server, once 14.1 has reached, will be a place for the team to start testing post 1.0 changes. So that's balance changes, new content, new, whatever kind of stuff that they plan on adding post 1.0 that does not adhere to their 14.1 restrictions or goal. I believe that this new test server will be a place for them to start testing those changes. So personally, I think this is a really good idea. I do believe that it'll bring a lot of returning players to the game. It will actually cause me to get a lot more interested in Galaxies again. My only request is that if you guys do, this is me talking directly to you, SWGEmu staff, because I know a lot of you do watch my content, which I appreciate. However, your timing on this could not be very much worse. It couldn't be worse. With the release of Halo Infinite tomorrow, give me some time to enjoy Halo Infinite before you decide to do this, because I do want to come back. If you guys launch a new server, I do want to come back day one and jump on that, because that is the most fun time to play Galaxies. Don't make me choose between Star Wars and Halo, please. That's all I ask. All right. So that's all this video is. There is an event going on. There's 2 events going on right now on the Basilisk server. You have Wookiee Life Day, which runs to the end of December, and then there's some Visions event that I think is running until December 15th. So I guess I'll put links to those in the video description as well. I haven't done either of them this year yet. I do plan on live streaming the Visions event sometime next week. So if you guys want to watch me do that, make sure you follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. That way you get the notifications. All those links are in my video description too. But yeah, that's it. I'm just getting this video out there, letting you guys know about this before the poll disappears. Please sign in and answer. Get your vote in there. Every vote counts. And that's it. So thank you guys for continuing to follow the channel. Maybe more SWG content coming soon. We'll see. It's a little exciting though. So stay tuned. Mobius1 here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.